Good day, my people. You are welcome to today's political broadcast. Today is the 24th of August 2026, and we are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, the Fulani politicians are attacking the Hausas because the Hausas are being strategically positioned under Tinubu's government. I repeat, Fulani politicians have started attacking the Hausas, saying that the Hausas have abandoned Arewa and they have joined another stranger against the North. Now, there is this DG campaign of Tinubu's 2027 presidential ambition. His name is Abdulaziz Yari. Abdulaziz Yari is an Hausa man from Zamfara State. When you look at Tinubu, Tinubu is positioning non-Fulanis from the North, positioning them in his government. The appointment under Tinubu, most of the northern slots are not Fulani, pure Fulani. Abdulaziz Yari, an Hausa man, is being positioned for presidency. It is either Senate presidency or the main presidency. I told you that Tinubu is scheming. Whatever he's doing is making sure that he defeats the Fulani politically. He renders the Fulani null and void politically. Now let's look at the appointment of Tinubu. Look at NNPC from Kwara North. Look at INEC chairman and the likes. They're just littered. Let's look at what this Fulani man is saying. Arewa, will you be deceived again? Tinubu has appointed a Hausa man as his campaign DG. But when the election is over, with the major, juicy and lucrative appointment, he returns to Lagos and his political allies. So what they are saying is that Tinubu will use Northerners to campaign. When it comes to appointment, he will abandon Northerners and appoint Southerners. If you look at Tinubu's government, majority of the appointees are from the South, mainly the Southwest. Then look at those that are campaigning for Tinubu, majority of them are in the North. Like I said, in 2027, you will learn something. Me, I will learn something. 2027, your doubt will be cleared. The North does not have the powers which it used to have in the past, and they refuse to realize it and work to catch up. But still, they are bragging. Major Northerners in the North are supporting Tinubu for 2027. They not know. If you look at the style of leadership in Northern Nigeria, it is the leaders that drive votes. If the imam stand and say, this is the person we are voting, everybody will follow suit. If a political leader stands, everybody will follow suit. So the kind of leadership in the North is leadership telling voters who they will vote for, not voters majorly deciding who they will vote for. So Tinubu has captured Northern leaders, and they are the people in charge of his campaign organization. Let's look at this. The Yorubas took Buhari as a project, sold to Nigerians, campaigned for Buhari rigorously. Tinubu carried Buhari for his head. Buhari is the general that has come to save Nigerians. After his first years, even first 4 years, he failed woefully. But yet, a President Bola Tinubu still took Buhari, put time for his head, and marketed a Buhari to Nigerians. Despite all that Tinubu had done, Buhari had to appoint mainly Northerners in his government. So if you're a Northerner or a Fulani, I know the people doing this are the Fulani, gaslighting. They are seeing it clean and clear that they are being pushed aside from the scheme of things. They don't have a table at the national cake, at the national discourse. That's why they are lamenting. Buhari did what Tinubu is doing. Tinubu said, I'm going to step in the shoes of the Buhari. And now Tinubu is doing, and you are lamenting. Arewa this. Arewa is not Arewa does not have the power it used to have in the past. It does not have the influence. Tinubu has destroyed and scattered Arewa. Like I told you, Northern Nigeria cannot survive without political power. There is no how the North can survive without political power. If you, this one, now 4 years old, did not just finish 8 years. Buhari spent 8 years, empowered Northerners. They stole money, they looted, used MFLA and do all sort of rubbish. Now, just a Southerner, within 4 years, they are crying foul. They are lamenting like this. Within 4 years, they have scattered. Let's talk about 8 years. If you starve northern Nigeria of political power in the next 8 years, then what will, like I told you, I pity for these northerners. Because at this point in time, reality will set in after 2027. If they are not able to remove a Tinubu, then they are finished politically. They are saying this. You can see how the northerners that Tinubu appointed, how they are happy. They are celebrating it as if they have won the presidency. It is positioning. Tinubu will shock a lot of persons in 2031. A lot of these Fulani politicians in 2031. If the Fulani that is in the ADC lose the election, if you lose the election against Tinubu in 2027, your career, forget the career. Forget the career. The likes of, let's look at top Fulani politicians. The likes of Atiku, the likes of Erufai, the likes of Kwankwaso. These guys are one and the same. So the dispensation of these leaders will be replaced by prominent northerners. And northerners should know very well that they have an opportunity under a President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to mobilize themselves politically. At least they should have a say. Without political associations, you cannot negotiate. For instance, a politician wants to go to a community. Who are the first persons he wants to meet? He wants to meet groups, associations. Yes, influential people. How do you become influential? You come together, form a political, choose a leader, begin to push for consensus, negotiate. Because you belong to a territory, you belong to a constituency, and you have a right to determine the leadership that will represent your constituency. If it's a Fulani, if you people are Hausa in that community, you have the right to determine if a Fulani should lead you or not. Nobody should come and be gaslighting with religion, a Hausa Fulani. I asked Grok, Abdulaziz Yari, where is he from? Is he a Fulani? You know what Grok told? Sorry, Google, not Grok. Grok and Google are the same thing, are different version. You know what Google told me? That he's Hausa Fulani. That Hausa Fulani tag, Zamfara State is a Hausa state. Abdulaziz Yari may not be representing the agenda of the Hausa people, because I don't even know whether the Hausa get agenda. What is the agenda of the Hausa people? Like, what is their political agenda? The people I know that have agenda at the Southwest and the Fulani. For the other people, I don't know your agenda. Even in the Southeast, our political agenda, we don't know. Alex Oti was telling these governors, focused on fixing the dilapidated structures in the region than you focus so much on campaigning for Tinubu. That is what Alex Oti said. That should be the agenda. Agenda should be, we are not pursuing the presidency. We are going to position ourselves strategically to take power, to develop our region. Is to fix educational system, fix the infrastructure, fix the industries in the region. That should be an agenda. Yes. And that agenda will drive us in order to position ourselves for political relevance. So, what is the agenda of the Hausa? Is it just by standing by the Fulani and we are being promised a Muslim state that will be better for all? So as it is getting clear. You know, all these days, I've been saying it. Hausa. In 2031, it will shock the Fulani. In 2031, people like Abdulaziz Yari, they are potential presidential candidates. People like Abdulaziz Yari. Look at the reps leader. The reps leader is an Hausa man. Kano State is an Hausa state. Look at how they position them. Abdulaziz Yari, fortunately, is one of the richest politicians in northern Nigeria. And is a very, the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If this man finish his presidency, the Fulani, the North, those northern cabals, I don't know, some of them may have died before then. those northern cabals, they will never ever forget the Tinubu in a haste, in a hurry. What did Abdulaziz Yari tell Northerners? He's telling Northerners that, sorry, there is no insecurity in the north again. Let's vote for a Muslim swing ticket. Let's vote for Tinubu. Atiku tried using all those political strategy, that ethnicity, like I told you, two things you can use to influence the north: ethnicity and religion. Atiku tried using ethnicity, while Tinubu went through the path of religion. You can see this Islamic cleric will support Tinubu. Jordan will say we are not supporting Tinubu. 500 will support Tinubu. One will say we don't know 500. The top guys in the north are the ones supporting Tinubu. You see how the APC has been able to influence using Islam religion to enter the north in northern Nigeria. So the Fulani are saying, Arewa, our Hausa brothers, you say, open your eyes, my Hausa brothers and sisters. Let us be wise and refuse to be deceived again. No, the Hausa, they are not your brothers. The Hausa have not benefited anything tangible from aligning with the Fulani. The Hausa have experienced killings, displacement, terrorism, and also they have lost their right to rule their own communities. Their communities are under existential threat because of Hausa Fulani alliance. So nobody is going to gaslight anybody. I've been advocating. I know say all these Fulani people, they're not gonna like me. They're not gonna like me. If a Fulani man gets into power, I may have to relocate. Because I said the Hausas need to align with a southern agenda. Align with the southerners, because that is when you will get power to benefit your region. See, under a southern agenda, what we need is results. In the north today, since the Fulani cabals have been ruling the north, you cannot question a governor. Is that how you want to run governance? You cannot be curious to ask governor questions. Governors are beyond questions. If governor loots money, it is the will of the Lord, it's the will of Allah. If governor do substandard hospital, substandard roads, it's the will of Allah. You don't have to criticize the governor. They will tell you that we are on it, we are on it. All those scamming language, we are on it. Is it how you want to build a developed society? By allowing people, shutting down voices. The north is not ready for anything. The Fulani that has taken over the north, we are seeing all sorts of collaborations between terrorists and the government because of the region of the Fulani. So how does it benefit? Look at how the South handled their terrorism issue. Mostly because they had a president who is from the South. If Buhari were to be there, do you think that if already kidnapped, they will have progressed like that? Do you think? It was under Buhari that people were afraid to go home. People were afraid to go home because of the insecurity, whether in the southeast or in the north, in the south, insecurity. People had to think of how they are going to board flight. But under Tinubu, I tell you, even with what is going on, terrorism has not been defeated. It is only the northern politicians and those in the north that can end terrorism. Because there's no how a governor of a state, Tinubu will not help a governor rule his state. A governor of a state can be having meetings with terrorists. There's a video that surfaced online which reportedly shows a certain a government official sitting with terrorists in government house. Somebody secretly recorded the video. I think this is from Nasarawa. Recorded the video of a government official sitting with terrorists in government house having conversation. Before you know, Mietiala president was contesting, is it for House of Reps? Mietiala president was contesting for House of Reps. When they enter power, it will not be difficult. They'll start shielding their brothers who are terrorists. Like I said, Tinubu can only push these guys out of southern Nigeria. It is left for those guys to stop whatever they are doing and make sure they progress. But yet, they don't want to progress. You see, this their religion, the one they practice, because their own Islam is different. This their religion is like kolos. When you take kolos, you don't know what you're doing again. You are amongst human beings. You have 2 eyes, 2 nose, you have mouth and everything. You are walking like a human being, but you don't know what you're doing again. These guys, the religion, the Sharia, and the indoctrinated hatred they have poured on them over the years have blindfolded their eyes. They cannot reason again. They cannot reason again. What is the essence of the North coming to rule Nigeria? Why? What is the essence? They have failed at leadership largely. They have had opportunity to rule this country, but look at their region. Look at where they come from. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Please, the Hausas, don't let anybody gaslight you. The way forward is to align with the South. That is the only way you can liberate yourself politically. Nobody respects somebody that is weak. Respect is for the strong. Yes. If you are showing weakness, nobody respects you. So at this point in time that there's an opportunity for the Hausas to pick up their political mantle. If the Hausas they come together and say, we are going to be voting for a Hausa candidate, no matter what happens, we are going to be voting for a Hausa candidate. There are millions. If the Hausas say, whether Christians or Muslims, don't let anybody deceive you. The normal trait of a politician, an average politician, is manipulation and deceit. They want to use, this one is asking, Arewa, would you be deceived again? Open your eyes, Arewa, my Hausa brothers and sisters, let us be wise and refuse to be deceived again. Now, who is getting the appointments? The Arewa? Is it not the Fulani? We are the Hausa appointments. Now, the same Hausas are getting appointment under a President Bola, a Southern candidate. And there is this complaint. The Fulanis are not getting. We have 2 Fulanis in Tinubu's cabinet that I know that hold some kind of power. We have the former EFCC boss, Ribadu. We have also the former Zamfara state governor. We have 2 of them. Now, even their roles, their subject, the Zamfara state governor will be answerable to a non-Fulani that is a Hausa man. Even Ribadu will be sharing roles and position with a Yoruba man. So they are not totally in control. That's why you see all this complaint. Now they want to use gaslighting. Tinubu appoint Northerners as his campaign and Southerners. When it comes to appointment, federal government appointment, juicy positions, he will use Southerners. And I asked somebody, I said, okay, who campaigned for Buhari? Who called Buhari? Who told Buhari you can be president? Is it the Hausa people? Or it is the West? If not for the West, Buhari wouldn't have been president. This is not a reality, this is not a clear thing. If not for the West, Buhari wouldn't have been president. So what this noise about, Tinubu is appointing Southerners, this and that. Buhari did it and allowed Tinubu to do it. And you see, one thing people don't know about the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that he's going to look everybody. They see, I'm pointing out these things so that your eyes will be open to see. The Fulani may not get that slot in 2031. If there is going to be a slot, positioning people from another tribe, when a Hausa man becomes president and a powerful person like Abdulaziz Yari, that's when the Hausa will be able to find their foot. Abdulaziz Yari, Wike, Opozodima, Abdulaziz Yari, president, Wike, vice president, Opozodima, senate president. Hey, you don't finish. Oh. Abdulaziz Yari, very powerful, influential politician, very rich, becomes the president. Wike, this one I Wike vice president, Hope Uzodinma the Senate president. So how would this permutation be broken by the Fulani? Ribadu, I don't think Ribadu is going to be part of the race. And there's no amount of lamentation that the Fulani